Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we're going to make a custom Corian paint-filled plaque. My company does a lot of custom Corian work, and that includes making custom plaques using our industrial CNC laser. Now we also have our CNC router, so if you wanted something carved a little bit deeper or a different effect, we can do that as well. In this case here, it's cobalt Corian. As you can tell, there's a very light engraving in the background, paint filling white here, and this is left natural just from the laser to create the contrast. Now it is very hard to show this properly because there's a bit of a shine to it. I had to buff it. And one of the challenges to this project actually was making the very faded background. There's no easy way to do that. What I ended up doing actually is doing it with the laser. Then you have something that's very high contrast, and then you just buff the hell out of the surface of it and sand it until you have basically almost all of it removed. And then after that you do the laser engraving for the wording and the paint filling. So you can now see the background is clearly visible, and this is absolutely not the effect that we want on this custom plaque. We actually want that background to be almost borderline hidden. Just you sort of notice it when you look at the plaque a little bit longer. So the best way to achieve that was to sand it and buff the surface of it just enough so that it's almost gone, but not so much that at certain angles you can't see it. You always want to see a little bit of the faded background. You just don't want to see more of it or less of it depending on the angle. So it's a little bit challenging because you're laser engraving into a material. So you have a material, let's say the surface is here, and you have the engraving down here. Now you're sanding basically down and bring them even. One of the challenges with that is because of the laser engraving, there's some spots that have a very large surface area. So what you're doing actually is sanding into here rather than onto the surface. So again, it's just trial and error, looking at a lot of different angles. And then once that's done, then it's time to throw it back into our industrial laser and do both the engraving at the bottom of it and the engraving in the middle, two different passes, because they're two different engraving depths. And the reason for that is because we're paint filling the name in white. And here is the finished plaque. You can see that background is almost completely gone, but it's still very visible if you look at it closely. Again, that was the most challenging part of this whole project. But it looks great. I'm very proud of the results, and I'm sure the school is going to love having this on their wall. So if you're looking for custom Corian work, any size, any shape, any engraving, color fill, whatever you want, contact me at CNCKing.com and I'll make it for you.